Welcome back to, or welcome to in general, if you're anyone other than the one person who watched the original stream, Let's Write. Now, I'm gonna go over the rules on this real quick so everybody's on track with what the frick this even is. It is a writing series in which I will write a short story over the course of the stream from beginning to end, conception to finalization. However, you can leave suggestions for me in the Twitch chat about what I should put in the story or what the story should be about. So you can influence in real time the story that is being written. I do want to put a few ground rules here because otherwise things could either get very, very, very not safe for work, which we're willing to get in SFW, but we're going to keep it to a reasonable extent, as well as we're going to just try to keep things, friendly for the sites. First rule, don't suck as a person. Basically, we're not going to be racist, sexist. We're not going to let's say burn all the gays. Just don't say terrible things about people for their race, sexuality, religion, what have you. Second, fanfics are for specials. This series would just devolve into just nothing but more and more ridiculous fanfics. We're not doing that. We can do them on occasion. That's not the point of the series. It's supposed to be making a fun, silly short story together. Third, no horny on main. We're willing to get a little horny, actually. That's a bit of an over exaggeration. We're willing to get a little bit horny, but we're not gonna just make prawn. We're not gonna make stuff that you wouldn't want your mom walking in on. Let's say. And lastly, no torture prawn. Just we're not going to get insane with torture. If we use it in the story, it's going to be brief. We're not going to just freak out with it and get so dwelling on it. We're not going to get depraved with it. We're going to try to keep a level of respect for ourselves as much as we can with this. And with that being said, I'm going to start on the story, though. Well, not quite yet. First, I do want to note, I'm sorry, things keep happening. I know I keep saying that, but really they do. I'm going to make it so that we can have some decent background music. It might be a while before I can get that up. I'm sorry about that. It looks like it's going to be longer than I expected. I do apologize sincerely. But I will get some background music up so it's not just awkward silence anytime I'm trying to think up stuff. Lastly, because I don't expect viewers, I'm just going to write a story basically up here. But if anybody comes with suggestions, I'm willing to take them. With that being said, I'm gonna hop right on into it and let's get friggin' going, huh? Huh, babes? Let's see. Story. Sorry. Again, there will be silences. Hmm. Define mouth. Nope. That's that's a complete sentence. That's yep. That's how I want it to look. Why are you mad at me, Google Docs? You bullying me? Fair enough. I deserve it. That is correct. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Good job, Google Docs. You actually gave a helpful suggestion for once. I'm gonna remove the reference to Houston. I could use Houston for that, and it does serve the purpose. But I do feel that it's better to leave a little vaguer there. Wow, I completely messed that up. Oh no, 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 no. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. I was ate my brother's bread. I was used to like clicking something up here to save things, but no, that's not a thing. If I can do it loud enough, I can maybe make y'all hear. Nope, doesn't work. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Wow, how did I forget to capitalize the I? What a failure I am. I did that right? What? Or did it correct it? I just didn't even notice what little thing I got wrong. Huh. Who knows? Oh my gosh, it's been such a short highlights or such a long stream, comparatively speaking. Nah. Nah. I keep putting I fell asleep. I'm not even tired. Why? Oh, okay. We did it! End of the story. Gosh, this is years. How many, let's see. I forgot how you check the word count on this. I'll do that later. Don't we'll worry about that later. I think this is the longest short story I've written. Probably not. But it's close to it. Or feels close, I should say. As long as I can remember, I've loved food. Sweet, sour, salty, savory. Doesn't matter. So long as I can fit it in my mouth. Food has always been special to me, but for a different reason than most. When I eat and close my eyes, fabulous visions fill my head. Vivid sights and sounds and smells of lands familiar and alien. It's different with every food, and sometimes these places can be where the food was first created, like how fortune cookies show me California. Other times, it's where the food comes from. I drink coffee, I see Brazilian farms. But maybe my favorite is when I see unique foods or ones customized by the restaurants. Like how specialty pizzas show me memories of the chef. Maybe it'll be when they learned to cook the food, or their happiest or saddest memories were. Sometimes I'll see their homes and homes away from home. Tonight, I'm cooking for myself. I don't often. I cooked steak the way my dad taught me, spaghetti the way my mom trained me, and made garlic bread like my brother did. The moment the first bite of beef touched my lips, I was whisked away to a quiet room, devouring a book way too scary for me. I soon heard my grandma calling, "Greg, your date's here!" Uh, I was downstairs in seconds. Now I was looking into a girl's eyes. Her smile was small and face was shy, but there was a quiet joy about her. She and my dad began to talk, but I couldn't hear them since I couldn't bring myself to look away. I'd never seen my mom so young. But I felt the memory begin to fade. I can only see the memories as long as I'm trying to eat, so they only last as long as the food itself does. The memory grew and shrank as cracks and flowing liquids tore it away. Now I was back in my home. It was as quiet as could be, but I didn't want to stay there for long. Next, I tried the spaghetti, and I was in a beautiful city, but bustling with life. It was beautiful in the ways cities shine, with great towers around, grays broken up by long streaks of blues, greens, or other hues, sometimes by great murals, while other times by cars or people. Birds flew over towers reaching dozens of stories high, while planes soared high above even the bravest fowl. My mom loved it there. I hated it until she showed me how to see it the way she did, how there's beauty in everything, just not the same kind of beauty. But this memory began to split into pieces and fell apart. Back home again. I stood for a minute and took a breath. As I sat back down, I wiped my tears and realized I was shaking. After a after a few steadying breaths, I ate a bite of my brother's bread. This time, though, I was still in my kitchen. Looking down, I realized I was buttering bread. After I finished, I pulled out garlic powder and garlic salt, then gently poured them onto the bread before gingerly brushing them on and tossing it into the toaster. "Is it ready yet?" My own voice echoed from the other side of the house. I was a lot younger, as well as weak and groggy. "In a minute, you freak," my brother answered. I didn't know he learned to make it for me. The memory mashed and split and crumbled, and while I fought harder than ever before, I came back to my quiet kitchen. I couldn't hold back so much as a single tear any longer. No more silence for me. Now I was being deafened by my own sobbing. But then I tasted salt water, and I was back to when I first told my mom about the real reason I loved food. "Sweetie, that's wonderful. Can you see it too?" "No, but I'd very much so like to know what you see. Can you draw it for me? This memory faded alongside my tears. When I came back, I didn't eat again. No, this time I went to my mom's closet. It was covered in dust and everything was crammed tight, but I found what I was looking for, my old drawings. Some were pictures for my mom or dad, but others were the things I saw when I ate. A countryside, a sweet old lady, a grave, baby being held for the first time. But I also found some unused paper, as well as my old pencils and markers. She never told me she kept them. I pulled up the site for the nearest pizza place and ordered whatever they recommended. The second the bell rang, my door was open and I gladly took the pies out of the delivery boy's hands. After giving him a nice tip, I slammed my door shut and opened the first pizza. Once the first bite hit my lips, I was in a small kitchen with an old man. He was speaking a language I couldn't understand, but his face was so kind. And my eyes focused on the pizza I was holding. After a brief moment, I handed it to the man. He put it on a peel and slid it into an oven, then bent down and put his hands on my head and began to speak. Although I couldn't tell what he was saying, it was clearly praise, accented best by his broad grin. Tearing and crunching brought the end to the memory, but for me, it was just the beginning. I pulled out a pencil and paper and began to draw what I'd seen, starting with that beaming smile. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, this is a bit of a longer one, but I'm happy with it. Not as long as the original, but longer than the last one. But yeah, I'm happy with how that came out. Thank you so much for watching. If you did or are still around at this point, if you want to see more of this, I post one of these a week, and you can check out the streams Saturday evenings. Anyhow, thank you so much for that. I know I've said thank you several times, but yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to be signing off now, so please be sure to, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again, and this is GW Hansen, the Grimy Wannabe friggin' signing out.